All right, folks, we're back with another chest day. Doing chest and arms. Not going to be doing as much chest as we are doing arms today. Just going to be doing bench for chest, and then just going to be doing some regular dumbbell curls again. Some easy bar tricep extensions, like I've shown you, I think last Friday or Thursday, from shoulder press, or from my shoulder day essentially. Hammer curls, and then gonna be extensions with a dumbbell in the back. So we're just starting off with 135 here. I'm doing a split, so I might have to do some math on that and figure out what I'm doing for bench after, because I'm doing 5-3-1. So last week was my 5-3-1 week. This week it's 3x5 week. So going up to 235 is my max. I don't think that's my actual 1 rep max right now, but I'm just starting off with a low weight, gearing things up. I might pump that up once, once the calories follow. So just from 135, this is my first set. So it's supposed to get a lot colder this week, just like last week. This weekend it was about 20s. It was a nice little thaw, but it's supposed to get down, I think, to -15 this week. So it's gonna be a cold week in the gym. Set of 12. It felt good. Now I've been benching for a little while now, so this I'm not too concerned about. My form has always felt pretty good. I used to have who doesn't have shoulder problems on bench? But I've really focused on trying to isolate my chest in this movement. It's gone well so far. Highest I've gotten to is 275. Chest is my weakest, I think, movement, or has always been my weakest movement. My deadlift and my squat used to be a lot heavier. But now I'm not really worrying about my max too much. Ideally, I just want to get back up to being able to rep 225 regularly. And that's my goal with bench. And then, as far as the rest of, it's the reason why it's an arm day as opposed to like a chest day. I think my arms have kind of always been a weaker part as well. I don't have really big arms. So at least, maybe that's the body dysmorphia speaking, who knows. But, that's why I focused on arms days more than I do chest. So I have this weird idea that my midsection is weirdly disproportionate. Again, these are the weird forms of body dysmorphia you get when you work out. So I feel like my midsection is larger than my limbs proportionately. I don't know. Again, might be some body dysmorphia there, but that speaks for itself. So this is how bad I am at math. So we're doing 235 at, I think, that's what we're basing our numbers off of. And the numbers that we need to base it off of is, I think, 65%, 75%, and 85% of 235. I'm not good at math, or quick maths, so I'm gonna grab my phone quick and figure that out. All right, so I was mistaken. So I'm actually doing it for 3x3 this week. So I'm doing 165, I'm doing 190, and I'm doing 215 for 3. So I need 165. some of you guys may say, you know, Nate, what the heck are you doing? No spotter. You're in your garage benching. That's so sketchy. Yeah, I know. It is. You're right. I should probably have a spotter. But I don't know. There's no really argument for it. I should have a spotter. Everyone should always have a spotter. Especially when you're home alone, because you might choke yourself on diet. But I'm okay with these being here. I'm never really doing anything that necessarily tests myself. So, well, I guess that's probably bad. That's a long statement that has a lot to it. So, end of the day, I probably should have a spotter. Anyway, 165 for 3. Easy peasy. 190 now. And then I'll do, after I do my set 15 for 3, I will probably just do 155 for reps. I might flip it around and do 185 for reps. We'll see. Feeling good. Took in about 3,000 calories yesterday. So, we're feeling real good today. I'm gonna kick things up this week. I think I'm gonna try and starting tomorrow, bump my calories up to 3,200 a week. And then increase the cardio, which I'm very bad at being consistent about. But it's because I hate cardio. Played lacrosse in high school as a midfielder. And I ran way too much. So now I hate running. Here we go. 3. That was good. A little bit of a form breakdown, but felt good. All right. 215. Again, plate math. Yeah, we gotta get the cardio in check. Gotta at least be doing a little something every day. Otherwise I'm just gonna get super fat face from all these extra calories. Now this is a weight I should have a spotter on. Don't follow my example. why you should have a spotter. Because that was harder than I thought it was going to be. Whew. Very nervous about that. That was sketch. Well, we made it. Last rep sucked. My hips came off the bench. I usually don't like that. Really should have a spotter. Or at least not. At least have the wherewithal to know not to push for that type of weight. Especially for that last rep. I kind of knew it. And I was like, screw it. I'm gonna go for it. Can't really have that mentality anymore. Alright, 185. We'll just rip this out. Not sure how many I'm gonna hit. Just going to failure essentially. Or half failure. One rep before failure. Till failure. Whew. That's it for bench. And curls next. Maybe I'll do more chest. I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, over to curls now. All right, we're doing curls. Now, last Thursday, I think, I ended up doing 25s, 30s, 35s. Start kicking things up since the calories are increasing. I'm just gonna start with 30s. I'll do a set of 25, a set of 30, and then 35s after that. We'll see how many I can do. Now, I think I mentioned last week on shoulder day that I sustained my left side, my bicep. I think it was a partial tear of some type. I never got it checked out. So my left side is a little bit weaker. That's when I'm doing isolated curls. I want to make sure I'm not overtraining or doing something, like an easy bar curl. And my right side is, doing all the work. Maybe that dude with one side that's bigger than the other. Probably could use some PT for it. That would help it. I've also sustained a couple knee injuries, all to the same knee, my right knee. First one, of course, lacrosse related. I tore my ACL, and then I returned to play too early because I was 16, 17, 18, I don't know, and no one stopped me. So I sprained it, and then, so essentially an ACL sprain, especially in the knee, is really, really uncomfortable. If you're getting a knee surgery, or you have your ACL, you're going through ACL surgery, you're doing recovery, just wait. Your future self is gonna appreciate it more. You're not gonna have as much knee problems. Not that I necessarily do have knee problems, but I do notice it. So essentially think of if you have like a piece of bubble gum and it's stretched out longwise, right? Just normal thickness is the same everywhere. But then you take the ends and you stretch it. That middle kind of becomes stringy. That's essentially the idea of that. What the ACL sprain looks like in the body. So it allows for a lot of slippage and your knee getting tweaked a lot. And it's super uncomfortable and the weirdest feeling, I felt. But yeah, just wait. And then I say this luckily because the sprain, you can't really do a surgical procedure to fix it. You have to wait till it's torn again. So yeah, I had that knee sprain. I had to wait until it got torn again. But, of course, things don't work out the way that you want them to. And it wasn't just an ACL tear. I mean, you can't just force a knee injury on yourself and expect things to work out. But I was hanging out with my buddies, and freak accident, they have this bed laying on the ground. It's like vacuum sealed and everything, so it's like rolled up essentially. Beds are heavy. My buddy rolls this towards me, hits my knee in the side really hard, hurts like the bejesus. And I know something's fucked up right away. Excuse my language. I know something's messed up right away. So I go in the next day and they're like, yeah, your ACL's torn. I'm like, great. ACL's torn. Whatever. No one celebrates that. I did. So I can say, finally, I can get this fixed. But I notice I can't straighten my knee without pain. And they're like, yeah, the meniscus is also torn. It's like a flap, essentially. And it's laid over and caught, so it's not allowing you to straighten your knee. And I'm like, okay, well, what are my options? Can I, do I have to get this fixed right now? Or can I wait? Like, if you let it wait, you're not gonna ever have you're not gonna be able to straighten your knee ever again. And I was like, okay. So I got to fix it then, right away. And this is all perfect timing because I was at home for about 2 weeks before I went back up to school for the summer because I had to do a summer rotation, that everybody was required to do for my program at the time, for my degree. And I was on crutches going up to the 4th floor of a building at my school, walking back and forth. I mean, luckily I lived across the street from it, so I didn't have to really do too much. But I was on crutches for about 3 weeks before I could get off of them. Nightmarish. I can't believe I did that. That's probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do that year. I think I'm on 6. bumped it up to 35s. We'll try to hit 8 here. Yeah, that left side's not gonna be able to do it. Yeah, so I had that summer curriculum, and then that's when I went to Illinois for my rotations. Yeah, that was probably the hardest time I've had, because, you know, they didn't pay for student housing. I didn't know anyone down there. Except my family did have a couple friends down there, and they really helped out. Shout out to them. I don't know if they'll ever see this video. Who knows? But if they do, shout out to Derek and Beth. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not be where I am today. They helped out more than, you know, they really took me under their wing. That was really, I can't put into words how helpful that was. I'm not a good person with words, so that's why I say that. Sincere thank yous are not easy for me. Because I have a hard time expressing, you know, what it actually means to me. Messy last rep there, but I think that's at 4 to 6. 25, 30, 35, another set of 35. Two more sets. Sunday. Good morning so far. Put some egg whites, Canadian bacon, over some rice. Oh, a little bit of cheese, salt and pepper. Oh, my kid. You just can't ask for a better morning. We'll push it on this one. See, that's easy. Then my left side. Bicep isolation. That's why we do it. Tricep extensions after this. Easy bar. You know what, let's pump it up. Let's do 40s. Let's just do a few. This one's gonna be messy on the left side. I already know. So apologies ahead of time, but we're pushing. There we go. All right. That's it for curls. Moving over to extensions. Let's go. try to isolate these a little bit more. A little bit lower. Looked at my form last week. Realized I wasn't going low enough. Trying to keep the shoulders healthy. So going a little bit lower. My rep range. Or rep range. Range of motion. That's what I'm looking for. Seconds. Prettiest of reps. There we go. So 3 to 6. Good set. Yeah.
You done?
What?
Are you gonna pass it?
Yeah. All right. Just had to check on 101. One more set. Tricep extensions. Hammer curls next. All right, hammer curls. 30. Try to be quick here. Because nap time's almost done. Quick rests. All right, so 2. We'll pump things up after this. With these, I'm gripping them legit like you would like a hammer. And I'm not gripping too hard with my forearm. finishing the rep. There it is, there's our weakness. Watch. Right there. Can touch easy. Two more sets. This is why self-regulation is tough with workouts. It's hard to catch yourself when you're not doing the full rep. I can be very diligent. That's frustrating. And this is when you have to notice. You have to drop the weight. That sucks to do. You need to have that self-regulation. You'll recognize. Boom. Moving on to dumbbell extensions. Oh. 50 pounds. Dumbbell extension. I say. And the 4-inch face off. Beating Canadians. It really matters to the championship. They were without Kale McCarr. We lost to Chuck. So we'll see if we can hold out to the championship. And Canada meets us there. Two more sets, and we're done. Tomorrow will be glutes and hamstrings. It's gonna be a good workout. That one you guys will like. One more set. Arms are feeling good. Chest is feeling good. It's a good workout. Here we go. Last one. Let's make it good. I guess I short rests. Oh, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. So like I said, glutes and hams tomorrow. Feeling good today. Just get our calories in. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good rest of your days.